Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new week, and that means we've got some new updates inbound for Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Hopefully, several very productive ones because we're still sort of recovering, if you will, from the launch of Season 4. They have rolled out several server updates over the course of the weekend to address some of the main issues there with some of the hitching and the stuttering issues that have been going on. PlayStation in specific, unfortunately, still seems to have a lot of crashing and disconnecting issues that they have not fully addressed. However, we do have several new updates that are actually already live in game, and the devs have revealed even more of what's to come here in a week that's probably going to have a lot of random hot fixes. We do actually have a content update coming out later this week as well, so there's a lot to dive into. Let's start first with one change that was pushed live over the weekend that seemingly did fix a lot of crashing issues for players. COD Updates originally posted saying, hey, we're looking into an issue that causes players to crash out of matches if you have a custom parachute equipped or any customization going on with that. They said, hey, we recommend don't do this for now. It'll cause issues with their game. And I guess that PSA didn't reach enough people because then they just put out this saying, yeah, we're gonna just stop it entirely. We're just gonna remove it. An update has begun rolling out that will temporarily disable parachute customization to promote greater stability across all matches, while a permanent fix is investigated. So they say promote greater stability across matches. Part of me wonders if the reason there was so much stuttering and hitching going on is that they broke parachute customization and that was causing larger server issues for all players. Kind of crazy if that's the case, that parachutes are now breaking Call of Duty, but nonetheless, you're not going to be able to customize anything there. While they do get a full fix out for this, no ETA for that, but it should stop general crashing for the time being. Now, as mentioned, we do actually have a planned update day this week, so it's possible that we see larger patch notes drop alongside this or just randomly throughout the week. Of course, as we do see anything announced or revealed in the coming days, you guys know I'm gonna keep you updated with all the major need to know information, any new fixes, changes, gameplay adjustments being made. We'll be covering it in future videos, so if you want to stay in the know, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoy this video while you're at it, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. But per the Season 4 reveal blog, we obviously have a couple of new events happening this first half of the season: the Rivals event, the Ballerina event, King of the Dead, and actually starting here in just a few days time on June 5th, we are going to see the John Wick Ballerina universe crossover here within multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. They say this is starting from June 5th going until June 12th with 10 total rewards and one Black Cell specific reward if you own that. They say into the world of John Wick with the new Ballerina event. Prove your capabilities as a supreme assassin by slaying your way across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. Rewards include the new Essex Model 07 Marksman and a Ballerina themed nunchuck melee blueprint for Black Cell owners. So based on the description here, it doesn't seem like it's necessarily just going to be an XP event. Maybe there's going to be kill and elimination related thresholds here for various rewards. We'll have to wait and see once this full update goes live on June 5th, but it is adding in a brand new weapon to multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. And that of course is this Essex Model 07. This is going to be classified as a marksman rifle, and they give us a little bit of a rundown here. This is a lever action marksman rifle, high damage potential balanced by slower rate of fire and handling. Inflict heavy critical point damage with this lever action tactical rifle, an ideal tool for the new sheriff in town. This classic armament offers smooth handling with quick shots that recenter after kicking up. Choose from a variety of levers to further customize the weapon's action, improving ADS, sprint to fire, and other movement abilities. Quite frankly, I feel like this is going to be one that's either really good for aggressive, like quick scoping style gameplay multiplayer, similar to like the Carbine MK2 from MW 2019. But in Warzone, I'd be pretty surprised if this ends up being any kind of competitive or dominant option, just because typically this style of weapon just cannot hold up against full auto rifles, SMGs, snipers, etc. But you never know. Maybe it's got like a crazy broken headshot profile or something in Warzone, and you can use it as like a shotgun, quick scoping sort of style gun there. We're going to have to wait and see, but we do officially have a new weapon dropping this week. Now, as mentioned, the devs have recently revealed a lot of upcoming updates, various things they're looking into, and here on the Trello boards, they've updated a lot of things. They've posted a lot of new tabs here over the past few days. We're here on the global Trello board initially, so this covers obviously all modes with the global tab and then some multiplayer and zombie stuff in specific. First up here for the global known issues though, a few things they're investigating. The Woods numbers skin was completely disabled in game because it was glowing bright red, so you couldn't use it without being spotted from 20 miles away, essentially, as you were completely standing out in every single situation imaginable. Not sure what happened with that, but yeah, skin completely broke with Season 4. You won't be able to use that for now. They are still investigating not being able to use the monolithic suppressor on the LC10 and the FFAR. I've seen a lot of questions about that, like on the loadout videos, so they are going to be updating that and fixing that one here soon. Console and PC text can overlap. That was actually on here from last season. Level and level icons may not appear for match-made players in the lobby list. We just talked about this the other day, where it doesn't show any player level next to somebody, and it's like, okay, are they trying to hide this from us to make it seem like the lobby's not as sweaty? Is this actually a bug, or are they gaslighting, as we talked about in that video? But they are looking into that. They'll have a fix out for that one here soon. Then they have a couple of fixes scheduled as well, and unfortunately several of these actually were fixes that were scheduled before Season 4 dropped, and then they didn't get updated with Season 4. I'm not quite sure how that happens, how you have, hey, this fix is in place, we're ready for it, and then a major seasonal update drops and they don't get fixed, but social menu displays at the main menu when your friend is on your social like friends list tab, even though they're not at the main menu. And then also the voice chat icons being stuck on your screen still. A full fix has been scheduled for that. It wasn't mentioned directly in the patch notes though, so just waiting and waiting on this to get fully updated and fixed here. There are a few multiplayer specific things going on as well. The Dreadnought issue where you can get stuck is still persisting from last season. Loadout icons and the displays there not being correct. Like sometimes it can say you have a different equipment, or you know, like secondary or something that's not supposed to be there from that mode. Winner circle may not appear on a match after stakeout. That was here last season as a fix scheduled. Some players may display an incorrect platform icon. That was here last season. Theater was actually a pre-fired patch before Season 4. They told us, yeah, Theater's not going to work with this update, so we're just going to disable it. They said it should be fixed pretty soon though, and they do have a full fix scheduled for that as well. Then players may encounter situations where enemy name tags and icons are not color coded. I've seen a lot of questions about this. Why are my colors different for the kill feed? Why am I seeing different colored hit markers and stuff going on there? Like you can see friendly hit markers on enemies right now in multiplayer. A lot of issues going on with that as well. They are looking into that. Then lastly here, one thing for zombies, manglers spawning into the wall or walking into the wall and they spawn in, was also here before Season 4 as a fix scheduled. So this Trello is admittedly a little confusing, because fix scheduled no longer means fix scheduled for major updates, it seems. We're gonna have to see, hopefully with another update this week that we might have dropping that we'll talk about here in a bit. A lot of these things are addressed. And then we've also got the Warzone Trello on here, and we did just take a look at this the other day. Not too much has changed on this in that time since. Still looking into that same monolithic suppressor issue on the FFAR and LC10. Issues with the parachute obviously now being fully disabled. You cannot edit in match with your loadouts right now because of a crashing issue. Every time you'd go to edit your loadout in the middle of a game or in the pre-lobby countdown, it would hard crash your game. Seen a lot of questions about that, so that's been disabled as well for the time being. A few of the things they're investigating, some of which again existed before Season 4 ended up dropping, including a fix scheduled for loadout data being reset where you get a default XM4 and stuff, still ongoing and still fix scheduled for a long time now. So the Trello boards a little bit concerning in terms of their accuracy, but at least there is a lot being investigated here, a lot being looked into, and hopefully we see the vast majority of the stuff addressed here in the very near future. And well, what do you know, post-edit Zach here. As I was originally editing this video, out of the blue we ended up getting the 1.75 title update. This original segment was going to be about how the 1.75 title update is on the PlayStation database and currently just waiting to go live. Then they did end up pushing this live earlier on this morning. It was like a 3 gig update for me on Battle.net, but then it was so small on PlayStation that I didn't even get to check the size before it was already doing like the download checks and then like reinstall afterwards, right? So not a large title update by any means, but it is a mandatory download for everyone before they go to jump onto the game next. As of right now, though, they haven't posted any patch notes for it. I've been waiting to see if they were going to drop anything, and so far nothing's been posted, nothing's been updated. It could just be stability stuff that they haven't really detailed, that they don't usually detail, but it required a title update for some reason. We're not exactly sure the specifics on it, but obviously as we see anything surface in the coming days, or if they post stuff later today, whatever the case is, I'll be sure to keep you guys in the know for all of that. As always, as anything is announced or revealed throughout the week, I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop with all the need to know details. So if you want to make sure you're up to date with that and everything else going on in the world of COD, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.